Mike Schmitz here with Tryggvi Hlinason of Iceland. Just got a huge win here at the under-20s, advanced to the quarterfinals. What has this experience been like for you? What does it feel like to get that win?
It's really a big step in our job. We were coming here. We wanted to be top 8, so that was the target. We got that today, so it's fantastic to get this win, and we look forward to playing the next game, which is probably against either Germany and Israel. I'm not sure. Anyway, but this was really a big step for us, and we really just made the history of Iceland in a basketball in a win. So it's a big step for us.
What can you tell us about your background, how long you've been playing basketball? You haven't really been on the radar for all that long, and then you come out here and see a guy with your size. And what can you just tell us kind of about your story?
Well, I've been practicing now for 3.5 years. I started in January 3.5 years ago, so I haven't been that long in playing basketball overall, but I've been practicing now with Thor in Akureyri, and I started playing under 18. That was the first time I took a part in the national team, and then after that it was no turning back. Basketball was everything, and now I'm here, so everything's great.
Someone with your size and your length and your frame, what were you doing before basketball?
I was always an athletic kid. I was always I did swimming, everything. I practiced everything basically I could. So I lived in a farm. So I also had this farm. I came from a farm, so I was always working. I was always doing something. Always working with my body, technically, and that's really what got me like this. Basic movement ability. So everything has been. My life has kind of been like preparing me for this without me knowing.
What are some of the duties on the farm every day?
Duties, man, it never stops. It's a forever job. You're always working. Once you finish one thing, you might go inside, eat something, and then you go outside again and start working on something else. But basic things are just taking care of the sheep, gathering hay for the sheep, or driving tractors, or whatever needs to be done.
So who really discovered you and kind of turned you on to basketball?
Oh, I was always going to start playing basketball. The first idea was I was going to keep in shape. I had to keep in shape when I moved to Akureyri, where I studied. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to start playing basketball. So I started playing basketball with Thor, with my first with the under 17-year-old guys, and that was like the first practice I went to. And there's still a picture of that, which is a really bad picture, but it's fun to have it. And after that, I started getting a lot of attention, obviously because of my height. So Einar, which is one of the coaches today, he met me like 1.5 weeks after I started playing, and he was like, you could become great. He showed. I watched my first game like 3.5 years ago. Like a week later, I started playing basketball. So, and he told me like he wanted to see me in the under 18 team within 1.5 years. So that was my target first. I made it there. We did quite nice in under 18. Not quite as good as we wanted to, but still a good job. And then the national team under 20. Then I made it to the main national team. We played to get into the Europe. So we made it there. So that's fantastic. And now this thing. And I'm looking forward to finishing this tournament, and I'm looking forward to the next game.
And did your parents play at all?
Oh no. My mom practiced volleyball. That was basically it.
Okay. Are they both tall?
He's 190 and she's 179, I think. So yeah, they're quite tall, but I'm still kind of out of nowhere.
Do you know your height, weight, and your wingspan by any chance?
My height is 216. My wingspan is like 24, I think. I'm not quite sure. 224, and my weight is like probably 118 now. Yeah, somewhere around that.
So do you follow, the NBA game, the American game at all? Like how much basketball, do you watch? What do you like to, follow?
I try to follow a little bit, but really the time I have on my hands for the past 3 years has been a lot. So I kind of don't have the time. I'm interested in looking at it, but at the same time, I have to be doing something. I'm a person that needs to be working, and you know, sitting down and watching one game is no problem, but I can't really spend more time doing nothing. You feel me?
So what are the parts of your game that you think still need to, you know, develop?
Really everything. I haven't been shooting at all in this tournament. I can shoot, but I somehow never see I never shoot in this game. It's kind of strange, but you know, right here I'm doing what I have to do. I am strong at finishing, and once I'm a really strong offensive player when it comes to helping. You know, the other big man, the other defender, he really just can't step off me. Elsewhere it's just an easy lob or easy layup for the other.
So what kind of season did you have this past year?
In Iceland we had, personally, I didn't really do that great, but I was more focusing on developing my skill, you know, just having the basic concept, you know, dribbling, shooting, all these things that I learned from the coach. But the Thor team, you know, we could have done a lot more, but you know, it's done, so it's all fine.
How do you go about, you know, in the States, a lot of these guys are playing from when they're 6, 7 years old. There's a big basketball culture there. You know, grow up with the ball in their hands. Like, how do you develop, you know, a passion for the game with kind of a different background like you had?
I don't know how to say that, but you know, it's really, I love the team spirit. You know, the team spirit, it's all about the team spirit. So I really love being with a group of these 12 guys right now. You know, the atmosphere is just so great, and you start loving it. You know, winning, you're scoring, you see the guys like going crazy, and then you go crazy, and it just all works on that. So playing the game is just so fun, and there's no problem to motivate yourself to work harder in it.
So what are the biggest, you know, hobbies and sports for guys in Iceland? Like, what is the culture like there?
Football, of course, is the biggest, or soccer, and then probably basketball, and just everything. You know, we play most sports, but in Iceland, you know, we're a really small country, so it's kind of hard to keep up these like big divisions. So that's why we like most of us and our players. We really don't come from any, you know, we're no names. So it's kind of fun to come to a place like this. We see a lot of players in the other teams which are like big players and play in big divisions. So we're kind of coming out of nowhere and showing them what Iceland can do.
So what are your plans for these next few seasons? Where do you want to be? You know, some things like that.
Well, I'm going to Valencia, playing there for 4 years probably, and then just whatever the future is ahead of me. And I started to think about it right now. A lot of things are about to happen this summer, so my head is right now. So I can't really plan a lot.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.